Welcome to Complete Guitar Lessons. I'm Brad Allen. I'm a professional musician who's also spent over 10 years teaching private guitar lessons. Now I'm doing my best to pass along all that knowledge to you. Today we're going to be talking about pull-offs. Pull-offs are a slur technique. This is the next step that would be good for you if you already know how to pick on the guitar and you already know how to strum. I'm going to show you the basics, and I'm going to show you how to use these in your solos if you want. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a bad habit that a lot of students pick up that I'd like you to avoid as well. I wanted to remind you all too, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell so you'll be notified when I release new videos. I'm putting these videos up every week and I don't want you to miss any of them. First of all, I'd like you to go to the 3rd fret of the guitar, 1st string, and we're going to pull off to an open string. When you pull off, you're basically plucking the string with your fret hand, with your left hand here, instead of picking the string. So I'm going to pick it first with my right hand, and then I'm going to pull off. So all I'm doing is just kind of a downward motion with that finger there. Try it with all your fingers. Here's my middle finger, ring finger, pinky. Then try going up the guitar ways. Go up to the 5th fret, and we're going to use 2 fingers on the guitar now. I'm going to pull off between the 2nd and 1st finger here. Again, it looks like I'm on the 6th and 5th fret. And I'm going to try my ring finger, same way. You just got to make sure you hold on with that index finger. So practice that till you can get a consistent sound. And then the next thing, we're going to apply that to a minor pentatonic scale. And if you're not sure what that is, I have a video on the 2 most important scales for beginners you should watch. All right, so I am on the 5th fret, 3rd string. So I'm on the 5th and 7th fret here, part of the, again, the minor pentatonic scale. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down the scale. I'm going to play a little pattern here. I can do it up here. You know, if you combine that with your slides and your hammer-ons, that's the way you use pull-offs in a solo. Now, to get control of this, you're going to need to practice. And so I'm going to show you a way of practicing. I'm going to show you kind of a bad habit that you want to avoid here. A good way to practice this, take that minor pentatonic scale. Again, I'm on the 5th fret, and then I'm on the 8th fret with my pinky. I just go down the scale here, pull off, pull off. That's a good way of practicing. You can also just stay on 2 strings. Practice on those 2. Don't always have to do the whole scale. Strive for a clean sound. What I'm actually trying to do here is you don't need to muffle so much when you're down on that 1st string, but as I start moving down to, say, the 2nd string, what happens is I'm actually muffling that 1st finger, or the 1st string with the 1st finger, so I'm fretting the 2nd string but muffling the 1st. Because otherwise what happens is sometimes you'll get it'll start ringing. And same with when I'm all the way up on the 3rd string here. I'm basically muffling all the rest of the strings other than the one I'm playing. I'm almost all the way up on my fingertips. I bring the angle down just a little bit to muffle those strings as I go through here. The other thing I mentioned earlier, students have a bad habit of doing. When they're fine on these smaller strings, but when they get toward the top, here's what they start doing. They start bending the strings accidentally. Not just when they're pulling off, but also when they're, you know, just picking those strings. See how my 1st finger's bending there? I'm pulling down. That pulls the guitar out of tune. Pulls that string out of tune. So you got to make sure you keep your finger planted there and don't let that 1st finger pull those strings down. Practice that way so that you don't develop that bad habit in the beginning. Then ultimately you're trying to build more speed. That's all I have for today, and we'll see you next week.